Good evening and welcome to the regular meeting of the Frankfort Village Board. Tonight is Monday, June 20th, 2022. And we will call this meeting to order, and we ask our clerk, Katie Schubert, to take the roll, please.
Mayor Ogle?
Here.
Trustee Ledden?
Here.
Trustee Severia?
Yep.
Trustee Farina?
Here.
Trustee Petro?
Here.
Trustee Borelli is absent. Trustee Rossi?
Here.
Attorney Mahoney? Here. Chief Chalepis?
Here.
Village Administrator Pisha?
Here.
Assistant Administrator Barika?
Present.
And Clerk Schubert is here as well.
All right. Thank you, clerk. If everyone would stand with me, we'll say the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. First item on here is our, what we call the unanimous consent agenda. And all items on the consent agenda are considered to be routine in nature and will be enacted in one single motion. There'll be no separate discussion of these items unless a board member so requests, in which event the item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately. At this time, I ask if anyone wants to remove any items from the consent agenda. Hearing none, can I get a motion to approve it? Trustee Savaria with the motion. Trustee Petro with the second. We will go through each of these items so that the people that are watching on Channel 6 or later on demand, or if you're in the audience, so you understand what it is that we are voting on. And this packet is also available on our village website. So you see the exact same things that we're looking at. First item on here was the approval of minutes from a special meeting June 16, 2022. There were no corrections to those. And we will go to Trustee Savaria for the approval of the bills.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Bills this month equal $506,107. This number is comprised of $272,206 from the General Corporate Fund, $57,075 from the Capital Development Fund, $129,095 for sewer and water operations and maintenance, and finally, $47,732 from Sewer and Water Extension Fund. That's my report.
Thank you, Trustee Savaria. Now we go to an item from the Committee of the Whole report, and we will go to Trustee Ledden.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So the first item is the Frankfort Square Water Tower Rehabilitation and Repainting Project, Contract Award Resolution. The Village of Frankfort operates 6 elevated water tanks and performs maintenance inspections on each tank every 5 years. The maintenance inspection report for the Frankfort Square 150,000-gallon Cepheid elevated water storage tank identified numerous spot failures to the substrate with the rust undercutting, rust bleed through, and delaminated paint top coat. The village solicited bids for rehabilitation and repainting of the Frankfort Square Water Tower and received bids from 3 contractors for the project. At its June 8th, 2022 meeting, the Committee of the Whole reviewed the 3 bid proposals received for the rehabilitation and repainting of the Frankfort Square Water Tower. The low bidder was M.W. Cole Construction with a bid proposal of $529,000. It was the consensus of the committee to forward a recommendation to the village board to accept the low qualified bid and award the contract to M.W. Cole Construction. The motion before us this evening is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with M.W. Cole Construction for the rehabilitation and repainting of the village's 150,000-gallon Cepheid elevated water storage tank located at 20248 South Grayson Lane in the amount of $529,000. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Ledden. Now we'll go to Trustee Farina with also another item from the Committee of the Whole.
Thanks, Mayor Ogle. The other item this evening is the 2022 Roadway Maintenance Program Contract Award. The village's annual fiscal year 2022-2023 budget includes $7,050,000 in the General Capital Developments Fund for the 2022 Roadway Maintenance Program. The village solicited competitive bids from qualified contractors for the resurfacing and maintenance of 31 street segments totaling 9.4 miles as part of this year's program. And just a note, this is the most we've funded for roadway maintenance program. And this is in response to our 2008 bubble that we all experienced, and we postponed a lot of resurfacing for years. And this is to catch up so we can cover more streets. So this is a great thing by the board this year, and this is something that we hear often from our residents. The village received 3 bid proposals for the project. The low bidder was PT Farrell Construction Company with a bid proposal of $6,899,399.60. The low bid was approximately 7.5% above the estimated cost of $6,418,589.64, which is due to inflationary costs that are prevalent throughout the construction industry. Village staff worked with Robinson Engineering to reduce the actual construction cost by approximately $480,000 in order to meet the budget amount. The motion before us this evening is to accept the recommendation of the Committee of the Whole and adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of a contract with PT Farrell Construction Company for the 2022 roadway maintenance program in the amount not to exceed $6,899,399.60. And that is all, Mayor Ogle.
Thank you, Trustee Farina. Now we'll go to items from the Plan Commission, and we'll go to Trustee Rossi.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Homestead Center, southwest corner of Wolf and Laraway Roads, final plat approval. At its September 20th, 2021 meeting, the Village Board approved a final plat for the Homestead Commercial Development to create a 2-lot commercial subdivision. The applicant is now seeking changes to the final plat in order to reroute some of the underground utilities. The only change from the formally approved plan is the addition of a 10-foot wide public utility and drainage easement along the east property line to reroute the water main. At the June 9th, 2022 Plan Commission meeting held on the project, the Commissioners voted a unanimous 7-0 recommendation to the Village Board to approve the final plat for the Homestead Center. The motion before us is to accept the Plan Commission recommendation and approve the final plat for Homestead Center, located at the southwest corner of Wolf and Laraway Roads, prepared by Design Tech Engineering, Inc., revised on 5/21/22, in accordance with the reviewed plans and subject to any necessary technical revisions prior to recording.
Thank you, Trustee Rossi. And also, there's another item, and Trustee Rossi, if you take that as well.
Okay, LaMarche Residence Building Materials Variance, 170 Vale Drive Ordinance. Property owners William and Stacy LaMarche request the granting of a building materials variance to permit the use of non-masonry siding in conjunction with proposed first and second floor additions and exterior remodeling of their 2-story home located at 170 Vale Drive. The existing first floor vinyl siding will be replaced with horizontally hung LP Smart siding, which is a fiber cement board product. The existing second floor vinyl siding will be replaced with vertically hung board and batten siding. At the June 9th, 2022 public hearing on the project, the Plan Commission forwarded a unanimous 7-0 recommendation to the Village Board to approve the building materials variance request. The motion before us: accept the Plan Commission recommendation, waive the first and second readings, and pass an ordinance granting a building materials variance to permit the use of non-masonry siding on the first floor of the home located at 170 Vale Drive, in accordance with the reviewed plans, public testimony, and findings of fact.
Thank you, Trustee Rossi. Those were all the items from the consent agenda. Is there any discussion at this point on those items? All right, and then we'll go to our clerk, Katie Schubert, for the vote.
Thank you. Trustee Severia?
Yes.
Trustee Farina?
Yes.
Trustee Petro?
Yes.
Trustee Rossi?
Yes.
Trustee Ledden?
Motion carries. Thank you. Now we go to what is called the Mayor's Report. And first item on here, we talk about the fishing derby, which took place on Saturday, the annual Get Hooked on Frankfort. I want to thank Sue Lynchy, our office staff, and our Public Works people, as well as everyone who attended. It was just a tremendous event. Weather was great, and We have a list of the winners here too, in the 2 different age groups. Now, on top of it, this was the 20th year that we had the fishing derby, and this was the largest registered turnout. So next year, we're looking at possibly doing a few extra things, considering them, as well as there were some great ideas that came out of this. The 3 to 7-year-old age group, the most fish caught was Parker Santor. He's 7 years old from Frankfort, and he caught 10 fish, plus he also caught a turtle while he was out there. Turtle was unharmed, as were the fish. This is all catch and release. The biggest fish caught, it was a tie. Madeline Hoots, also 7 from Frankfort, caught a 7-inch fish. And Dylan Schaefer, 7 years old from Frankfort, also caught a 7-inch fish. In the 8 to 12-year-old age group, the most fish caught was Austin Santor, and he's 12. He's from Frankfort, and he caught 31 fish. Seems like every time we turned around, he was pulling another fish out, and I think his dad made him kiss one of those fish as he went by. So it was a lot of fun with the parents out there. The biggest fish caught, there was Luke Tirka, 10 from Frankfort, a 7¾ inch fish, and then Olivia Spurty, was 9 years old from Frankfort, and she caught a 7½-inch fish. So this was all catch and release. They had a great time, and we're looking forward to doing this next year. The Frankfort Park District will host their annual short run on a long day, which is a 5K walk run, and it'll be this Wednesday, June 22nd at 7 o'clock in Main Park. Registration forms are available at frankfortparks.org, and it goes through our Old Town, goes actually through the neighborhood, so it's a fun race. If you can take part in that. Our Cruising Frankfort continues every Monday evening through September 26th from 5 to 8. It's going on right now in downtown Frankfort. Our popular Fridays on the Green event series also continues on Friday mornings at Brighter Green from 10 to 11. And the entertainment for Friday, June 24th, will feature Around the World with Animals from the Incredible Bats organization. You can visit the Frankfort Public Library, who partners with us on this. Their website is frankfortlibrary.org for full details. Our Frankfort Country Market continues every Sunday through October 30th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. in downtown Frankfort. Our Concerts on the Green just started on Father's Day yesterday. And the entertainment for this upcoming week, Sunday 26th, is Backdated, which features British and American classic rock. And that starts at 6:30 and goes till 8 o'clock. We encourage you to bring a lawn chair or a blanket. Lawn chair is probably a better idea. Our Summer Beautification Award nomination applications are available at the Village Hall here and also on the Village website. The deadline for receipt of all entries is June 30th, and the awards will be presented in July. 4th of July is right around the corner for us too, and the activities are scheduled for Monday, July 4th at Main Park, which is just to the east of our Village Hall. The activities begin at 5 p.m. There's a DJ dance party, kids carnival games, inflatables, concessions, and Kenny the Clown. The band Sundance will play from 7:30 to 9:30, and the firework display will begin around 9 p.m. Additional information is available by calling the Frankfort Park District, and their number 469-9400, and that is a partnership between the village and the Park District, and I believe also the Fire District. The 10th Annual Frankfort Bluegrass Festival is scheduled for Saturday, July 9th and July 10th, and it'll be in downtown Frankfort. The event features over 40 performances by more than 20 national, regional, and local bands, all bluegrass. There's a kids' activities tent, a picker's tent, and much, much more. There's a very very family-friendly event. You will enjoy it. You should certainly plan on coming down for this. For more information, visit frankfortbluegrassfest.com. And I think finally the last one on here is that we have our amateur rib cook-off, which is slated for Saturday, July 30th. And we're accepting contest applications to compete in this rib cook-off event. And it'll be in downtown Frankfort. Amateur chefs will cook on site, and there'll be a public rib tasting, which will begin at 12:30. Ticket sales will begin at noon. And the prizes will be awarded for first, second, third, and crowd pleasers. The event is sponsored by the Village, the Frankfort Area JCs, and Frankfort Lions Clubs. And the application packets are available on our Village website, which is frankfortil.org. I want to wish everybody a belated Happy Father's Day, and that is it tonight for the Mayor's Report. So we will now go to board comments, and we will start with our clerk, Katie Schubert.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. The general primary election is June 28th. And if you're not sure where to vote, your polling place is at willcountyclerk.org. Here at Village Hall, we've been doing early voting since last week, and this is the final week to do it here at Village Hall, from 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. each day. So far, around 150 residents have taken advantage of early voting here at Village Hall. Additional hours are available at other locations, including the Frankfort Public Library. And again, at willcountyclerk.gov, there's other locations to choose from as well. If you're doing a vote by mail, the nearest drop box is at Frankfort Public Library. Or if you're mailing it in, it must be postmarked by Election Day, which again is June 28th. And that's all I have today.
All right, thank you, Katie. Trustee Ledden.
No comments, thank you.
All right, Trustee Savaria.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I too want to wish everybody a belated Happy Father's Day. I was fortunate enough to have all my kids at home, and I want to congratulate my son Gino, who graduated from University of Oregon with his graduate's degree in 1 year. And that's all I have.
Awesome. Thank you, Trustee. Trustee Farina.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Last week was a pretty busy week in Frankfort. It was a good week. We had Cone with a Cop, which also featured the Will County Canine Unit, which was great to see and meet them and their dogs. Fascinating dogs at what they can do. The Park District, they opened their splash pad. They got a very nice state grant, thanks to State Senator Michael Hastings, and Gina Hassett, the executive director, worked closely with the senator to make that happen, and the park board. So it's a nice thing for Frankfort. The Frankfort Arts Association had their annual arts fair on the green, and that was a lovely event, really well attended, very busy downtown. And then also District 157C had a strategic planning committee take place, meeting, and they had parents and administrators and teachers come together to discuss the next 5 years in the district and various areas to focus on. And so that was a great opportunity for parental feedback and discussing where we want to go here in the district. We have a great school district. We're very lucky to have a very high-performing academically, athletically, musically grammar school district. We're very fortunate, and it's great to partner with them. So it was a great week in Frankfort, lots going on, and that's my report tonight, Mayor.
Thank you, Trustee. Trustee Petro.
Thank you, Mayor Ogle. Trustee Farina, I would say, and the week just continues to go on and on, right? There's so many activities and events for all of the families to enjoy. And I just also wanted to call attention to the support from the Village of Frankfort for the local businesses, from things from t-shirts down to ice for these events. And it's great that we're being able to keep that local within our community. I too wanted to say that I hope everyone enjoyed their day with their dads, and to the dads that we serve with on the board, happy belated Father's Day. Some great weather. And Jean, congratulations to Nino. What a great achievement to be able to celebrate while he was home. Also, looking forward to the short run on a long day. It is probably my favorite 5K because it's truly our homegrown race. It's the only race that you do get to run the streets of Frankfort, and I think it'll cool down to 90 degrees on Wednesday if you're brave enough to come out and join. I'll definitely be picking up my packet, and I hope the neighbors are out in full effect with hoses and sprinklers so that that will cool everybody down on their travels to Main Park. And that is all I had for tonight. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Trustee Petro. Trustee Rossi.
Okay. I was fortunate enough to attend the fishing derby. It was quite interesting to watch these young children bait and catch and throw back and take the hook out. It was way more than I've ever done. Not a fisherman. My second thing is I just want to wish my wife a happy birthday today. And yes, I did promise her to take her to dinner tomorrow night, so I won't miss it. Thank you.
Thank you, Trustee Rossi. All right, now we go to our village administrator, Rob Pisha.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As been mentioned, a short run on a long day. I just want to remind residents that because it is happening in the downtown area, you want to plan accordingly for your routes because the streets will be blocked roughly for about 45 minutes. So there may be some traffic backups, and again, some of the streets will be closed to allow the runners to run. So we want them to be able to enjoy the route and have a safe route, but also keep in mind where, when you're traveling in the downtown area tomorrow. Also, just want to wish everybody a safe and happy 4th of July. It's hard to believe that it's already coming up, but our next board meeting will be after the 4th. And I'm sure the chief will mention that we want to keep the festivities to the professionals. I know people in Frankfort like to kind of challenge the professionals in their own home displays, but I ask you to kind of not do that because it is much safer to do it and watch it at the main park. So happy 4th of July to everybody. That's the end of my report.
Thank you. And now we go to our chief.
Thank
for
you,
the
Mayor.
police
Yes, you
report.
did steal some of my thunder there. Yes, please keep the fireworks to the professionals. We will be out in full swing, making sure everyone is having a safe and enjoyable 4th of July. As Trustee Farina alluded to, we had a warm and well-attended torch run and cone with a cop. So I'd just like to take this opportunity to thank our runners who ran in the torch run because it was really hot, like it's going to be on Wednesday. All the attendees, Raffy's Candy Store for hosting, the Will County Sheriff's Department for the K-9 demo, and Officers Thompson and Scamberg for planning the Cone with the Cop event. Also, I'd just like to take this opportunity to remind everyone to remember to lock their vehicles, never leave keys inside of your car, and to make sure that you make the 9 p.m. routine part of your daily routine. And that's all I have tonight.
All right, thank you, Chief. And we go to our attorney, George Mahoney, for the attorney's report.
Mayor, I have no report for you and your colleagues.
All right, thank you, George. Is there any other business to come before the meeting tonight? Okay, hearing none, is there anyone who would like to make a public comment before the board? All right, we have no public comment. Can I get a motion to adjourn, please?
Second.
Trustee Rossi with the motion, Trustee Farina with the second. All those in favor say aye. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Good night.